two last ones at the bar for all the boxing fans out there.
Y'all subscribe to the Last Ones at the Bar boxing channel, man. We got some boxing fans out there.
I couldn't resist the opportunity to talk about this one. Right now it's just a rumor, but we will have Tank Davis versus Mr. Gary Russell Jr. in 2022 at some point. You will have the DMV versus Baltimore at 135 for Tank's WBA lightweight belt. So entering into this fight, you will have Tank Davis, who's 27 years old. He's 5'5.5", 67.5-inch reach. He's a southpaw. He has a record of 26-0 with 24 KOs. He will be facing Mr. Gary Russell Jr., who's 33 years old, slightly shorter than Tank, 5'4.5", 64-inch reach. He's also a southpaw. His record is 31-1 with 18 KOs. His only loss is to Vasyl Lomachenko. Tank Davis, he just fought December 5th, and he scored a 12-round decision victory over Isaac Cruz. And Gary Russell, he last fought against Tugstad Nyambayer last February, but he also has an upcoming fight against Mark Maxayo, his mandatory contender, coming up pretty soon. Now, this will be a very, very intriguing, interesting fight. You know, you got Tank. He's a very good counter puncher. He's very patient. He likes to take his time to figure out his opponent before setting up, you know, some of those incredible power shots. He's also unpredictable in terms of what angle he will throw those power shots from. And then he also has a very deadly uppercut as seen against Leo Santa Cruz. You can basically break him down into 4 areas that gives his opponents fits. First thing is going to be that southpaw stance, and then also the shot variation. He rarely attacks from the same place. He has subtle defense and counters, and then probably the most important thing that he brings to the table is that Tank is a killer finisher. Once he gets you in trouble, basically you're done. Also with Tank, he's putting together a solid list of achievements. Right now, he's the WBA lightweight champ. He held the WBA super featherweight title, also the IBF super featherweight title. And against Mario Barrios, he collected that WBA light welterweight title as well. Now, the guy that he will be facing, Gary Russell, has crazy hand speed, maybe the best in boxing. Gary has solid power, excellent skills, solid defense, the smarts, poise, a dynamic style, and then you throw in a dash of sportsmanship. So this would be a very intriguing matchup if it takes place. I think this fight is going to boil down to 2 things. One, will Tank just be too big for Gary? Gary will be coming up 2 weight divisions to take on Tank. To me, I say no. This would be similar to me to Manny Pacquiao when he faced Juan Manuel Marquez, in the sense that they are naturally around the same weight and size. You know, one guy can fare better at higher weights because he's just more dynamic and has power that can transfer up to the higher weight class. The other guy is supremely gifted fundamentally and may not fare well in the higher weight classes, but he is a handful for anybody that's his size. So that's like Gary Russell and Juan Manuel Marquez. Now, the other question to me is, will Gary have too much in terms of skill and poise and experience for Tank? The answer to that, to me, is yes. I think that Gary will frustrate Tank all night. Tank has never faced a fighter as skilled as Gary. When it's all said and done, I believe that he will put Tank under his wing like Chinese rice and cruise to a 9-3, 8-4 type decision. Make sure you hit the like and subscribe button. Peace.